What time is it? Game time! Woo!
What up, YouTube? It's your boy, Detroit Love, with PDubs, MichaelB, the Game Genie, and Restalgia with another episode of the Super Game Room Dudes. Let's get it started.
All right. I'm ready for another week of arcade and gaming news. Thanks as always for tuning into the Super Game Room Dudes, your Friday fun house, your arcade and gaming podcast show. I'm your host, Patrick PDubs. With me, as always, is Detroit Love. How you doing, Carl? Thanks for sporting the merch on today's episode. We greatly appreciate it.
You know how to do it, baby. Fantastic.
And of course, we got the guy, the legend, the superstar himself, MichaelB, the Game Genie, the biggest celebrity on this panel. How you doing, my friend? He's got the Attack from Mars Pinball Machine, and we're going to show it off a bit tonight. How you doing, brother? You doing okay?
I am, but fun fact, Restalgia also has the Attack from Mars pinball table, but he was too busy playing Super Nintendo and never put it together.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
No, I do have it. I haven't assembled it. I know Mike was really like super excited about getting it, and we thought for a while that he was going to be the first one to get it, and then I did get it before him. Right. And I was like, I'm just going to leave it. I'll let Mike do the first unboxing, the review, and I'll get to it sometime next year.
Yeah, we're so happy. We're so happy for Mike, because honestly, this pinball machine might really save a lot of opinions on the Arcade1UP pinball line for folks based upon MichaelB's review. I watched your review today, guys. Make sure you head over to MichaelB, the Game Genie's channel. Make sure you guys watch his Attack from Mars review. Attack from Mars review. It was really well done, really fantastic. Guys, if you watched his review, throw those comments in the chat. We'd love to see that feedback. Restalgia, I'm a little creeped out though, man. Like, really? You didn't do your Attack from have you assembled it? Have you played it? Have you done anything?
No, I didn't even assemble it. As soon as I got it, I was like, okay, I can either assemble this and totally one-up Mike and just make the video and put it out, or I can be nice and just back off. I still have to do my Star Wars pinball review.
Yep.
And I've got Marvel.
Yeah, which Star Wars is together, but I'm guessing Marvel's not either.
No, it's not assembled yet.
Well,
I've had them for like a week now, and they're just sitting in boxes.
It takes like 25 minutes, man.
Yeah, well, I know.
Well, guys, as you know, Restalgia, he might be hiding in the shadows, but he's always watching.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, that is good.
Huh.
Special shout out to Antisocial Hero from the AtGames Discord channel who sent that to me. That is extra creepy, man. For real.
That was impressive. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we got a full show for you. Let me tell you how this show is going to work. Obviously, we're going to talk a little bit about some deals out there. We're going to talk about what I feel is possibly the death of well played. We're also going to talk about iiRcade and their dead cells. We're going to talk about the new TMNT game. We're going to then talk, of course, our two main events tonight are Talking Pinball. We're going to be talking about the Attack from Mars Pinball with MichaelB. That's pretty much the highlight of our show. This is a machine that a lot of folks are excited to see. And then, of course, we'll be talking about the new Zaccaria games on the AtGames Pinball Machine. And Detroit Love has his camera set up. We're gonna do live demonstrations, guys. We're gonna be all over these pinball machines. That's what I want to get to. So let's kind of fly through a lot of the other stuff. So, for instance, guys, if you don't know, head over to Walmart's website, dudes. And if you head over there, these Galaga Arcade1UP Countercades are only $49. And if anyone can put a handle on one of these, it's Detroit Love. Did you guys order one? Let me know in the live chat. Carl, what do you think about this? Is this a great little cabinet for making a little mod at a good price?
That's a no-brainer. No-brainer right there, $40. I mean, $50, man. I need to grab one of those. And you got to put the battery in it so it can be totally portable as well. So $50, man, that's a steal.
MichaelB, what about you, man? What do you think about this price? I mean, yeah, you're only getting 2 Galaga games, but come on, man, $49?
So I had at least 5 friends who I've known for years that are big retro gaming enthusiasts that have always stayed away from the Arcade1UP stuff write me today and say they jumped on Galaga. That's how crazy this deal was. People are actually getting into Arcade1UP for the first time because of this Galaga cab.
Mm-hmm. Restalgia, what do you think about this?
Oh, it's a great price. There's no question about it. When you look at like modern gaming now, you're paying what, $60-$70 for a game. Here for $50 you get 2 games, although they are older games, but you get the little miniature cabinet, you get the control deck, you get everything. It's a crazy good deal.
Yep, M. Tucker says it's his first one. Here's what I think about it. I think if you want to do a Countercade mod project, this is a great way to start for $49. You start for $49 with this, coupled with the fact that, you know, you could get an Angel Otero marquee, coupled with the fact that you can get a new control deck from DIY Retro Arcade or Tulsa Arcades for this. And if you wanted to throw like a little Raspberry Pi in here or even a 60-in-1, although that board's kind of big, I don't know if we could fit one in here. I know you could fit it in the other Countercades, the Wave 1 Countercades. This is a great little Countercade for a mod project. And for $49 to get you started, and you have the screen already and the cabinet cut and all that stuff. And hell, if you want to leave it as a Galaga themed cabinet and just add buttons, I mean, that could even be a cheaper mod as well. I did purchase one only because I plan on modding it. I'm going to do a Countercade mod, turn it into a little multicade or something like that. So very, very cool. Detroit Love, there is a LCD converter board for this one out there, isn't there? I believe there is.
There is, and I just placed my order. That's right now. So I got that.
Detroit Love just bought it live, guys. And not only that, on Walmart,
$51.92.
and not only that, Walmart also has AtGames Legends Gamer Pros for $99. Restalgia, what's the normal MSRP on this thing?
I don't know what it is in the US. I know what it is in Canada. I think this thing retails typically for either $199 or $199. Yeah, depending on the retailer. I think sometimes even as high as $229 or something like that. I don't know. Somewhere between $200 and $250.
Well, actually,
Sam's Club had them for $199 originally, and then they took them down to $149.
Yeah.
You might be right. And when they were on sale through the Home Shopping Network, they were $299.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. No, this is a good deal too. This is also a very good deal.
Yeah, that's a hot deal. My buddy's got to pick up one of those.
And if you go with one of these, then go over to Buy Stuff Store and pick up their pedestal stand, because that thing is a must-have for this.
I'm sorry, guys. There's somebody in the background that seems to have their mic next to a kennel, and I'm hearing all these live dogs, which confuses me because that's a sound I'm not used to.
That would be me. Hang on a second. My dogs are going nuts because my wife just got home from work. Hang on. Go ahead. Carry on.
Yeah, you have to get that Buy Store stand with that price. I mean, it makes sense at any of the price. I got mine back there somewhere. It's kind of dark, but I have a stand back there with the chrome on it. I was kind of lost without that stand. I'm trying to put it on the ottoman. I put on my recliner and lift up the leg part and put it there. And so now that I have this stand, the only thing I said in my review, I just wish it had some type of handles on it, man, so you can lift that thing up easily to move it around, because you do have to shift it around.
Yeah. So, anyways, Carl, pro tip: you got to Karate Kid the Gamer Pro. So you stand up with one knee up like that and play that way.
Well, the other thing too that's really good about this, for $99, even if you're not interested in the AtGames ecosystem, you can plug this directly into your PC and just use it as a dual fight stick.
Yeah, why not? Right?
For the price, like that's a really good deal for a dual fight stick, and the quality of them are quite good too.
And it has the pinball buttons on it. I mean, so that alone opens up a lot of doors there. So yeah, $100, man. That's, if you don't have one, that's the way to go.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that $99 price. So I had originally bought one when they were first announced. I made a reservation, paid for it out of my own pocket. AtGames was kind enough to send me one for review, so I had two. So I had that extra one, and I did a giveaway on my channel, and I gave it away to Mr. Vic Vicious, who usually frequents our live shows and stuff. I don't know if Vic is here or not, but he received it, and he really enjoyed it. So then I only had one, right? But there's some mods I want to do to it, right? Like I actually kind of want to gut it and take the guts and put it into something else. So I needed an extra one, right? So I've been waiting for this deal, because for $99, I'm getting exactly what I need. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty hyped about it. So, yeah, guys, pretty cool. Make sure if you guys are interested, just go to Walmart, go to the app or whatever, the website, just type Gamer Pro or Galaga, and you guys will find them. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Carl, are you going to get another one? Are you going to order it live like you just did the Galaga machine?
Well, I was thinking about it because my buddy's in Maryland, and we were just talking about it earlier. So I might just buy it and ship it to him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, why not? Makes a great gift for the family, right? Makes a great gift for the family.
And it's rare they have the mini on there for $129.
$129. It's cheaper than the mini. Isn't that hilarious, MichaelB? Although I do really like the Legends Gamer Mini. Like, I really like it. It's perfect for if you're a desktop gamer and you want to just put it on your desk and maybe live stream. That way you can, you don't have this giant hulking thing on your desk. Whenever I live stream those games for the AtGames stuff, you live stream from the Gamer Mini, because it's this, it's just easy. You know what I mean?
It's convenient. Yeah.
Very convenient.
Yeah.
So,
I just got my hands on one. So still in the box, just like my Arcade1UP pinball machines.
Is your Outrun at least out of the box?
No, Outrun is still in the box. I did unbox my Big Buck Hunter, and I'm trying to find a matching shirt that I could do for Mrs. Kong, so I can replicate that video. A little pair of short shorts and a cutoff tee or something.
Jamie, who's a dude, said, "Where's Mr. Pac-Man? Mr. Pac-Man's out in the loft. We don't want to put him back here. We don't want to scare away the viewers, right? The viewers might drop if we pull Mr. Pac-Man out like they did last time during his big reveal. Although I did, I'll show you guys later. You guys got to see what I did to that thing. It's hilarious.
You drilled a hole in it.
Very, very cool. Okay, so now let's pivot real quick, because man, we really want to get to the pinball. The pinball is so exciting. Let's talk about well played. So in my opinion, unfortunately, I really can't just go after these products anymore, not until they come out with whole new renditions of these machines, right? So this week, if you guys remember the Well Played brand, they have the desktop pinball, they have the virtual pinball machine, as well as they had a desktop arcade machine, as well as a coffee table. Now, for purpose of review on the channel, I did pre-order everything from GameStop. I did. I put in the pre-orders, and then what'll happen is you'll get that notification saying we're getting ready to charge you. Are you sure? That way, if I wanted to make any last-minute decisions, I could, right? Well, unfortunately, whatchamacallit, I got emails this week. Every single product, GameStop canceled the orders. They just said, we can't get stock, or whatever it said. So it just sounds to me like, what's going on, right? And then I also sold that Well Played pinball machine that I had purchased to a viewer. We talked about this last Sunday on the Sunday show. So it just seems to me like this thing is done. What do you guys think? Am I being too hard, or do you guys think that this thing is going to come back? I mean, their website is still dead. It's nothing but a splash page. Their store, where you can buy more pinball games. Here's the store. More pinball games for your pinball machine. This product was released in December. It is now mid-March. Nothing in the store, guys. That's very concerning for me as a consumer. Your website's dead. Your store is dead. What is going on? No one can get your products. GameStop's canceling your orders. Is this the end of Well Played? Carl, what do you think?
Well, it's hard to say because their website always sucked. So it never really offered much information to begin with. So it's hard to say. But I say there's a lot of different options out here from when they first started. So I don't know. They probably pulled the plug.
Yeah. What about you, Michael B? What are your thoughts on this?
I think Well Played previously sold pinball machines to North Haven Brook and Ogdenville. I told you when we originally looked at this, it was the Carnival model. So, prove me wrong, Well Played. Prove me wrong.
Yeah. What about you, Restalgia? What are your thoughts?
Oh man, I thought this was dead well before you received your unit. I didn't think this, and I'm not trying to be mean, but when I saw this, I was like, "There's no way this can compete in the market."
Yeah, I mean, after my review, I pointed out a lot of things. I was like, if they make these simple changes, it would really generate some excitement. Just my own personal opinion. I'm not an expert, but just in my own personal opinion, I think this would generate excitement, a buzz. During my review, I pointed out several things they could do to make this thing seem viable for $500, and unfortunately, we haven't heard anything. So it does appear to me, guys, that this thing is just kind of, I don't know, in limbo. Is that the word, or just dead? I don't know. What do you think? Just done. It's like toast. It's burnt. It's burnt toast.
Now you had the machine. So did it even display who was the developer behind the software?
Yeah, it said Arcade Plus every time you turned on the machine. Arcade Plus, which was another company that was going to release 3/4 scale arcade machines last year, and we saw them at the New York Toy Fair, and then boom, disappeared, gone, vanished. Once the COVID stuff started. What's up, Michael B?
So you know what happened? Some guy bought up a storage locker and found all these in there and was like, what do I do with them now? So Well Played toys.
That's exactly what happened, Mike. That's got to be it.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's really not much more we can say about that product. The only thing I would say is I hope
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, or maybe just revamp your product or re-release it, rebrand it, give it another shot. Listen to community feedback, what community feedback you heard since they first announced the product. And, also don't make a Ghostbusters cabinet with no Ghostbusters game on it, right, Michael B?
Well, that was purely to get it in the door at GameStop. It had that license on it, and Ghostbusters was going to be the vehicle that carried it to people's homes. That's how they sold it to GameStop, and that's why it was there.
Yeah. Well, so I sold it. I had a guy come. He was pretty excited to get it, so I was very happy to send it over to him. So that's pretty.
You bamboozled him, PDubs.
I got him a deal. I sold it to him for $300, and I spent over $500 on that thing, including tax. So I think he should be pretty happy with that.
PDubs pulled the Carnival model.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You should have been able to get $50 more because it had that front nudge button. You forgot to.
Oh, it had the one nudge button, right? The one nudge button.
That's $50 by itself, baby.
All right, but for those of you who have missed the live streams or the videos on that, the Zaccaria game, the Well Played table was my wife's favorite machine because she absolutely fell in love with those Zaccaria games, or Zakaria. She had never really played them before, never seen them. Yep, she had never played them before. She had never seen them before, and she thought the games were cool, like Farfalla with the butterflies and the fairies, and she liked the pink
lights.
I mean, it definitely seemed to be like a chick's cabinet, right? Like it was pink and all that kind of stuff, and she really wanted to keep it. Now, after AtGames sent me the Zaccaria games for the pinball machine, and I showed her, look, babe, same games you like, but now they're on this thing. What do you think? She's like, well, now that machine is redundant. Let's sell it, right? I posted it for sale. sold same day. So hey, I'm happy about it. I got more room in my house. All right, well, let's get off that.
Hold on, wait, before you go.
What?
We're on this topic. Which one plays better? What plays the Zaccaria tables better?
Oh, absolutely, the Legends Pinball Machine. Absolutely, without a doubt. I love how everyone's trying to figure out how to pronounce their name in the live chat. That's pretty funny. All right, guys, let's dive into iiRcade because I'm really wanting to talk about this. So one of the things that Jong, in our opinions, we've covered this a lot in a lot of our shows, is he needs to show off the power of the machine, and they need to bring us really cool games that are a little bit more modern, a little bit harder for the competitor companies to run. And sure enough, we found out today. Now, we already knew Dead Cells was signed and Dead Cells was coming to the iiRcade. But Jong announced today that it's actually going on sale next week. Mm-hmm. And the reason why no games, because what they've been doing is every Friday they've been adding games to their game store. But because this game, they have had all of their quality assurance folks diligently testing this thing, optimizing it, getting it ready for the platform. Their main focus this week was getting this game ready to be the best experience possible on the iiRcade. And now and because of that, they weren't able to focus on any other games, right? Plus, this game is going to require a firmware update. So next week, iiRcade will be releasing a firmware update that will optimize this game, optimize the hardware, and get this game up and running on the iiRcade. Personally, I'm very excited about this. This is one of those Metrovania style games. I think this is going to be a smash hit on the iiRcade. What do you guys think in the live chat, as well as Detroit Love? What are your thoughts, my friend?
Oh, I thought that was playing off the
No. That was just
I saw the P4, but
that was a little ambiance trailer, But
I've never seen that game before, but that game looks pretty wild, man. So I'm definitely would like to see that on the iiRcade and see how it plays. It looks pretty sweet. I've never seen it before until now.
Yeah. Keon says it's crap. I don't know why. That game looks pretty awesome. What about you, Michael B? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm definitely interested in playing this. I've said it in my review with the iiRcade. It's the games that I thought weren't typical arcade games that really surprised me and interested me the most playing that on the iiRcade. So really excited for Dead Cells. I'm going to be one of the people picking this up. There was something else I was going to jump in and say, but I forgot because you went to Carl first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I'll try to remember it. Talk amongst yourselves.
All right. Yeah. In fact, there should be a demo on the iiRcade page. I'll try to find
that.
That.
Was just saying.
I remember now.
It's too late now.
You called it a Metrovania, not Metroidvania. You said
Metrovania.
It's a Metrovania.
I said Metrovania.
You know, for those city vampire hunters.
You know what I'm talking about, man. All right, keep going. So what were you saying? That's it.
I think it looks. I think it looks good. I have a little bit of concerns. I don't want to say concerns, but I'm curious to see how the joystick is going to work for that game, because those games tend to need really, really accurate controls. So I'm curious to see, because a lot of these are very reliant on like sharp movements back and forth and jumping and scaling walls and things like that. So I'm wondering how that's going to play. But I figure, I mean, if they're pushing this as hard as they're pushing it, I'm sure it plays well. So
Mike Caputo says, does the iiRcade power on correctly? Yes, with the latest firmware update, all those issues were resolved. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to find something here.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
There's a caveat there. You still have to hold it down. 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4, and that's how you turn on the machine. Period. So there's not an issue unless you don't know that you have to turn it on that way. So
have an issue. Here's your tissue. Right. I'm trying to find the demo. Is it on the
I looked for it.
Facebook page?
It took me to the gamer.com and everywhere.
Oh wait, well, it's only a 19-second trailer. Honestly, I don't think this is on the iiRcade.
Kev Grit said it was.
Maybe this is it. This is on their Facebook page. It's only about 19 seconds. But there you go. Might be some lag because we're streaming a stream for those watching. Either way, I think this is going to be one of their highest purchase games. So I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's going to be a very popular game.
Yeah, see, games like this are 100% the reason why I was excited for iiRcade.
Yes.
I didn't care about buying it and playing Pac-Man or really any arcade title, any classic arcade title. I was 100% interested in playing some more modern arcade-inspired style games.
Yeah, I agree. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Keep going.
Oh no, I was saying that because I've not been playing it because I'm waiting for the game that's for that cabinet. And the wrestling, I'm looking forward to that one. Obviously, the WrestleMania or I can't even think of it. Retromania wrestling. So I'm looking forward to that. But this looks pretty nice.
Yep. Space Ace is going to be huge. Nikki says that game looks awesome. I would agree. That game is going to be really cool, and that's the kind of stuff we really want to see. You know what's interesting though is when and guys, if you have an iiRcade, do me a favor, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't have an iiRcade, put a 0. Let's see how many iiRcade folks we got. Because what's interesting is when I take a look at the iiRcade Facebook groups and their live streams, there seems to be a percentage of folks who just want the retro stuff, right? They want the same stuff that Arcade1UP and AtGames has and MVSX has. They just want the retro games. But I think a bigger percentage, guys, tell me if you think I'm wrong. I think
You're wrong.
I think more iiRcade owners want modern games. We paid all this money for a premium experience, a console/arcade that can run modern games, right? Or more modern games, I should say, right? So should that be the kind of games Jong focuses on releasing, MichaelB?
No, I think you do a mix. He's doing exactly what he should do right now. It's a mix of he's bringing out newer games that you can't experience on an arcade cabinet anywhere else. And he's also bringing out some cool classic games, too, that speak to that audience. He's reaching it up to a diverse audience as opposed to going to one niche market. So I think he's doing the right thing.
Yeah, and he has to do that. Again, I've said it before. You know, I'm one of the prime arcade guys from back in the day. That's why the vertical is my thing. I'm 55, so you know I'm getting older. You got the newer people coming along that you have to start appealing to them because they just don't have any connection to Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man and Galaga for that sake. So you have to. And again, you don't look at that cabinet and think of those retro games by the appearance of it, unless you have like the one you have or the one I have. But the people who have the one that MichaelB has. Right, Mike? You have the one that's just the normal non-themed cabinet, right?
Yep, that's correct. Yeah.
So when you look at that cabinet, you're not thinking about Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man and any of those retro games, and so you have to appeal to both because at this point in time, they don't know who are going to buy that cabinet out of those two groups. And I think those two groups are almost equal. I think the arcade, the retro people are a bigger group, but I think the other group is getting larger, and they're going to get to be a larger as the years go by for sure.
We got a $5 super chat from Michael Suna. You guys are awesome. Thanks for doing an entertaining weekly show. Thank you so much. And in our opinion, we're okay. You guys are awesome for tuning in. That's why we do this, right? Is just to engage and have great conversation with all of you guys. PDubs stickers were actually put in the mailbox yesterday. I took a photo of me putting them in the mailbox. Over 100 stickers were mailed out. And I still have about another 40 or so I got to stuff in envelopes and mail out. Stickers are on the way, guys. Excuse me. I'm choking here. We got a lot of cool stuff coming. So for those who do follow the iiRcade, as you guys know, I have a pretty good relationship with Jong. Obviously, I can't give away all his secrets, but what I can tell you is, obviously, this game is coming out next week. There's also bigger games coming out the week after that. A lot of games we've been waiting for that have already been announced are coming out the week after that. Jong basically told me the rollout schedule. And so for those of you who've been waiting, like we've been waiting for X game that was announced, guys, it's all coming out within the next few weeks. And then, of course, Jong also told me about some big licenses and deals that he just signed, which he hasn't announced yet because, guys, this stuff takes time. Restalgia, you could probably speak to this. You could sign a deal with a license with a publisher, and you might not be allowed to say anything for months, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, those things happen. Well, and not only that, licensing is not it takes a very long time. A lot of people underestimate. They think it's as simple as, you knock on the door, you negotiate a price and then you sign a deal. It's not like that at all. There's so much paperwork, there's lawyers, there's a whole whackload of stuff that's involved that really makes the process drag on for months and months and months. So whatever Jong announces is probably something he's been working on for the last 6 to 12 months.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of, and what he told me today, there were a few things he told me that did melt my socks, and I cannot wait until he can share that with all of you to further excite his brand and all that. What's up, Mike?
Melt your socks. I've never heard that one before. Where does that come from?
Melt my socks, man. It's like something so exciting. It's going to melt your socks off your feet. It's so hot. It's like hot news.
Wouldn't it burn your socks off your feet? I don't understand the melting. They're not made of a substance that melts.
MichaelB, don't take it so seriously. It's a figure of speech.
Can you please draw me a diagram and explain how this works?
All right.
More information.
I'm going to put together a flow chart for you and a spreadsheet. As you guys know, PDubs loves his spreadsheets. And this is a great transition. Your average gamer says the TMNT game that just got announced on iiRcade would change the game. I mean, we got Retromania Wrestling, Dead Cells. There's other stuff coming, which we're not allowed to say, but that would be huge, right? That would be a huge game on this platform, as well as on the AtGames platform as well, just from a compatibility standpoint. So guys, let's talk about it. So what is it? What is the name of the studio? Is it .emu? Is that how you say their name? .emu announced the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge retro beat 'em up 4-player game. And what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the live chat. Can you believe their trailer dropped 2 days ago and has already had 1.1 million views on YouTube? And that's just the trailer on their own personal YouTube channel, not including GameSpot and all these IGN. This thing has gotten millions and millions of views.
Mm-hmm.
What do you who wants to jump in first? Go ahead. Go ahead.
It proves one thing to me, that every time they relaunch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and they try to make it cool and they try to make it hip and they make it relevant with the young people of our generation, it never really reaches its potential. However, if you just cater to us cranky 40-year-olds that just want the cartoon from when we were younger, you're going to make money. You're going to make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Restalgia?
Yeah, I'm super stoked for this. This is exactly the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game that we've been looking for. This is it. This is gold right here.
Yeah, I honestly think it is, because some of the recent TMNT games have been misses, right? I think this one could be a hit. I mean, if you think about it, Streets of Rage 4, Battletoads, bringing back those franchises and making the games still look retro, but have a modern feel to them and modern playability or whatever you want to call it. It's exciting, right? And it excites us as the old farts, but also, like, my son is 20. I showed him the trailer. He goes, "I can't wait to play this. I hope it comes out on the Switch." You know what I mean? Like, pretty exciting. Although my son doesn't talk in that voice. I just wanted
Sunday at the Springfield Motor Speedway.
Right. But right here, this is what the game is going to look like right here. And if you ask me, that looks pretty cool. Now, some people I saw said they wish it had more, like the graphics weren't so, what's that word? Bitty. You know what I mean? Like they look a little squat. Right. Do you think that
they look fantastic? Whoever said that's wrong.
Like, do they need to clean that up, guys? Do they need to smooth that pixelation over?
No, stop smoothing pixels.
Zohar hates it. Zohar hates it already.
Zohar's wrong. Sorry, Zohar. You're wrong. This is going to be a fantastic game.
It does look very good.
It looks great. This is how they need to make Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games, just like this.
Oh, hey man, we got some viewers, and I love our viewers. I respect their opinions. There's some guys saying that they don't like it, and then there's guys saying they like it.
Well, I'm one of those guys. I grew up watching this on Saturday mornings. I played the games when they came out at the arcade, but I have not had any urge to get the cabinet when it came out. I don't know. It just hadn't appealed to me like that.
So
I'm not a real big fan of the beat 'em up games. My wife likes those more. So I guess that's the reason. I mean, I think because I'm just traumatized by how many quarters they took from me when I was younger. They just ate up quarters, man. So I hadn't gotten over the fact that you don't need quarters with these games anymore, and maybe that's the issue. But I hadn't.
So my favorite part about your statement was you grew up watching this, and by my math, you would have been 25 when Turtles came out.
Yeah.
There's somewhere around that. Yeah. No,
Well,
see,
I remember I had a kid at 21.
There it
You know what I
is.
mean?
Yeah.
So so I went through all those things with the kids, and then I had these girls, and so I've watched a lot of these shows with these kids. But yeah, it just doesn't have the same draw to me as it does you younger folk.
Yeah, I think one of the first beat 'em ups that I ever played was Turtles in Time. So this just like hits right home for me. This is exactly what I think of when I think of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game.
Yep. So Original Console Gamer put a great comment in here. Looks good. Not Streets of Rage 4 good, which is funny because it's the same studio that made Streets of Rage 4 is making this, but good. And he put on here they need to add combos, ranking, and unlockables. Now, if you guys watch the trailer, if I had the audio on, I didn't have the audio on, so we wouldn't get a copyright claim for the Ninja Turtles song. Whatchamacallit, they did mention that all new moves, all new features are going to be in this game. It's definitely good. They're going to add some cool stuff. We just don't know what. We don't know what systems. We don't know the release date. We don't know the price. All they did was say, boom, smack the gaming community across the face. Here's a trailer. You guys speculate, and now we have to wait for more information. Now, Zohar gave us a super chat. We love Zohar. The Turtles look like each character is played by Emmanuel Lewis or Gary Coleman. Pass. Oh, Zohar.
They look
man.
tiny though.
Come on. Let's see here. Yeah, Craig says would assume they would follow the Streets of Rage 4. Now, here's what's interesting is they also made Wonder Boy: The Dragon's Trap, which I believe is on which is an amazing game.
Yeah.
And that's on the iiRcade. So Jong already over at iiRcade has a relationship with these folks and a really good one. What if Jong could capitalize on that? Who knows? Maybe it's already in the works. And because like Steven said, it takes a long time for this stuff to get finalized and legally approved and all that. What if Streets of Rage 4 and what if this Ninja Turtles game ended up on your iiRcade? Would you guys be excited? Let me know. What about you? Because all of us own an iiRcade on this panel. What about you, Detroit Love?
Yeah, I have no relationship with the Streets of Rage like you guys do, and so I keep hearing about that game, and I have no idea what it is. I played it, I'm sure, but not to the degree where it sticks with me. So
it was probably the first arcade beat 'em up that a lot of people played at home. And that's why so many people are so into Streets of Rage. And then Streets of Rage 2 was pretty much a perfect at home beat 'em up. So people really jump on that more so than even Final Fight, which I find surprising.
Yeah,
I
don't know.
What was that?
What about you, Steven?
No, I think that this is. I'm excited. I would love to see Jong pull this on the iiRcade, but if he's going to do it, he's got to do it right. It's got to have online multiplayer.
Oh yeah,
it's a 4-player game. You got to make sure that you can utilize all 4 players in one way or another.
Well, I think we would all agree. Can we at least all agree that we would love to have this on an arcade, right? To play it and experience it on an arcade. So whether it's Arcade1UP, who their hardware is getting better and better with each generation, whether it's Arcade1UP, whether it's iiRcade, or even AtGames, if they could get this game, I think that would be a big win for the gaming community. You know what I mean? To play it easily on our machines. What do you think, MichaelB?
Well, I'll ask the $1 million question. You just stated it. Would you buy an Arcade1UP cabinet that was based on a modern game without some kind of original classic artwork if they moved outside their current business model? Is that something you would buy?
Well, let's think about it this way. What if, well, I don't know how the licensing would work because the original Ninja Turtle games, I don't know. But what if you had this game plus Ninja Turtles and Turtles in Time on an Arcade1UP cabinet? Would that be cool? If you could make that work?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You just won me over. It's the fact that...
and it was a 4-player cabinet.
Yeah. The fact that it ties back to an original cabinet and has that artwork, like, yeah, that would do it.
Restalgia, what about you?
Personally, I think this is more of a multi-cade game. I think this is something I'd be more interested in seeing on a multi-cade rather than a standalone. Not that Arcade1UP couldn't do it, because they certainly could. But I think it's so far outside of their standard business model that it just doesn't make sense. If they came out with this, I think people would scratch their heads a little bit.
Well, the easiest way to play this game will definitely be on the AtGames Legends platform, guys, because you can play your Steam games through their virtual servers, or if you have your own gaming rig, gaming PC connect to their cabinet, you own this game on Steam. I'm very certain this game's going to come out on Steam. You'll be able to play this and have an arcade experience with it, right?
Mhm.
So either way, guys, whether it's the AtGames or the iiRcade, I will be playing this game on an arcade machine. No doubt, no doubt. Okay, let's get off that subject here. So I think it's time now we do some pinball stuff. And for starters, let's talk about the Zaccaria pinball games. A couple of hours ago, I did release what I call an actual review of these pinball game packs that you could play on your Legends Pinball. Hope you guys go check out that review. And then, of course, earlier last week, I did a live stream where I live streamed like 15 tables. Guys, it's so hard you can't live stream 105 games.
You can if you get good.
Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. That would be like a 4-hour show, right? But what we have here is we have Carl Detroit Love. He's going to play and show us some of those games while we talk about them. Restalgia, I'm out of breath. Why don't you tell people what these game packs are and how they can buy them? Because you can buy them today, even though you missed the sales on National Owners Day. Yeah, and all that good stuff. Go ahead, my friend.
Sure. So the Zaccaria game packs you can purchase on the AtGames website, and they'll provide you a code which you can then redeem right on your device. So whether you've got a Gamer Pro or an ALU or one of the Legends Pinball, it doesn't really matter. You can purchase it for any of the devices. You can connect it onto the device. You submit your code. It allows you to download those games right onto your USB drive, and then you do play them locally. And one thing I think a lot of people were concerned about is because you have an option to tie it to your ArcadeNet account. That doesn't mean you need to be logged in to play them. It doesn't mean that you need to be connected to the internet to play them. It's just a way that you can tie it to something that you own. So that way, if you need to uninstall them, it's easier to reinstall them later down the road, kind of like purchasing something on the Google Play Store. So, yeah, really awesome. You can grab up to 105 Zaccaria tables. What's up, Mike?
What up, Mike?
What's going on with the chair there? Someone's stealing my bit. That's an overnight MichaelB the Game Genie stream.
There you go. Guys, did you guys catch MichaelB the Game Genie stream? 6 hours of this. That was hilarious. I absolutely loved it. Hey, Detroit Love, if you can hear us, your camera that you had pointed at the main play field is no longer part of the stream. You need to re-log into the show so we can get the camera with the main play field. So hopefully Detroit Love can hear us. Anything can happen when you go live.
So he's probably just going to be there the whole time playing just like this. We're just going to be watching his score go up on the.
He is playing right now. Look, 100%. Hold on, look at this. He's playing, but I don't think he can hear us. Look at this. He's playing. Well, guys, we're showing you an exclusive look at the Zaccaria Backlash by Detroit Love. Game playfield is overrated. Let's just look at that Backlash. Guys, can we get a hold of him? Someone get him.
So I got to tell you a funny story. Before everybody came on StreamYards, I'm sitting here, and Carl just got up and started playing his pinball, and he didn't know I was back. So I'm sitting here, and all you hear in the background is the music to this game kind of sounds a little bit like porn music, right? So it's like, and then Carl kept going, yeah, baby, that's the way. Turn left, turn right.
Oh, no. Oh, man, we got to get Carl's attention. Someone ping him.
I'm working on it.
Carl, hey, buddy, the camera that's pointed at the main playfield is no longer part of the show. I need you to recall into the show. Hopefully he heard me that time.
Yeah, he just came back over.
Hopefully he did.
Funny.
Oh, my God. Let's remove this for right now. There you go. All right, so we'll get that ironed out for you guys here in a second. Here he comes.
You can tell we're such a professional show.
Hey, man, we're here for the giggles. Maybe it's a good time to plug the merch.
Plug the merch. Only flans. Buy one now.
All right, we're gonna have our playfield cam here in just a second, guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, Alyssa Milano.
Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried. I know Michael wanted to hear from Alyssa Milano, but your buddies over at the Super Game Room Dudes podcast show got you the next best thing. Me congratulations on all your YouTube success. And now I know you've never seen me without my shirt on, but if you did, you'd say what everyone says. Wow, he's got much better tits than Alyssa Milano.
There you go, guys. We were just stalling for time.
Oh,
Greatest
man.
moment of my life.
The smile at the end, though, I anticipate that. It just makes me giggle when I see him smile that way.
All right, let's fire up some pinball here, guys, and let's talk about it. So, for instance, good. He's going to play Spooky. I love Spooky. Guys, have you tried playing these pinball games on your Legends Pinball, and what do you guys think? Michael B, why don't we start with you? You've been playing them on the other devices.
Yeah, the Gamer Pro I've been playing them on, and I haven't tried them in portrait mode yet. I've just been playing the normal way, but I really like these Zaccaria tables. They play well. I really like the physics. Funny story, Shotgun Sean suggested when I was doing my stream the other night, he said, play the Skulls game that PDub was playing. So I didn't know what he was talking about, and we kept going through games. And finally, I went into Spooky, and I was like, I found the Skull game.
There you go. Yep, and there's multiple versions of Spooky in that Gamer pack, which is really, really exciting. And then, of course, I love all the animated back glasses. I love that DMD. If you guys saw my review video, I think AtGames Magic Pixel did a really good job with this. I mean, guys, 105 games ready to go within 6-7 months, right? Like that's a huge endeavor. That's a huge endeavor. Sorry, I had to mute his microphone real quick. Keep playing, Carl. That's a huge endeavor, right? To get that done. And every feature works and works well. The plunger, the nudge buttons, the accelerometers, the haptic tactile feedback, everything just works. And all you have to do is put these games on a flash drive. I mean, Steven, tell us about this. This is exciting, right? It's cool.
Yeah.
Hype it up, man.
They did a really, really good job. And one thing that I think gets understated a lot is that even on the like the other Legends products that are not the pinball, it still runs at 1080p 60 frames per second. The experience is incredible regardless of what device you're on. And it's a big understatement as well to think like, okay, it's 105 tables. There's so much testing that has to happen. You literally have to test every single one of those tables multiple times. So like, I don't know, kudos to AtGames for getting this to work, because it's impressive. It's impressive. That's the only thing I can really say about it.
Mm-hmm. And we have confirmed with AtGames, guys, that when it comes to the deluxe tables will be released separately. Those are taking longer to optimize and get ready. You're talking 10 more tables, all the deluxe versions of the Zaccaria games. There's a deluxe version of Combat, of Spooky, of Robot. And those will be coming out later, and we'll be able to buy them. It'll be kind of like, a pinball pack number 5, right? Because these are the 4 pinball packs, which is pretty exciting stuff. I can't wait to get those deluxe versions on here. I can't wait to see how those look and play as well. Have you guys played them in the live chat? Let us know if you guys have ever played the deluxe versions on any of the other platforms, whether it's console or PC, and if you guys are going to buy that pack when it comes on the Legends.
I've played it on mobile, and what I would actually say is if you want to experience it as close as possible to what you're going to see on the AtGames platform, just pick up the mobile game. You can download it, and I think on the mobile platform, Magic Pixel allows you to play every single table. They don't lock you out of any table. You only get access to one ball, though. So once you sink the ball, then that's the end of your round. But if you haven't played it, I mean, download the app. It's free, and you can go ahead and get your hands on it and test it out that way. So, and like I said, the actual gameplay experience is almost identical to what you're getting on the mobile app.
Yep. And speaking of all these games, one of our favorite guys on the channel, Hollywood Polo, has already set the #1 record in the world on several Zaccaria games on their worldwide leaderboards. and it looks like he just did it again. This time on the Pool Deluxe game. My friend, I did not get your email yet. I didn't see it, but I will definitely show that off on our next live show. Everyone say congrats to Polo. He's now number 1, I believe, in at least 3 games worldwide. Where are you at, Michael B? Are you number 1 or are you at the bottom of the pile?
Bottom of the pile. Bottom of the pile.
I do also want to say that Polo is number 1 in being like the best human in the entire world.
I was
Polo
literally going to say that.
Yeah, he's like on everybody's shows. He's so nice. Like he sees other people in the chat and he's like, "How was your day?" Like it's just such a small thing that no one thinks to ask anybody. I love Polo. Like, good job, Polo, on being such a good dude.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's fantastic.
I don't know if you guys realize this, but Detroit Love has been killing it on this table while we've been adding commentary. He's at what, about 25 million already?
He's pretty good at
Somebody
pinball.
asking about the name of the pinball app. I can check actually right now. I'm pretty sure if you just go into the Google Play Store and search Zaccaria, it'll be there. I have it on my phone. Give me 1 second to find it.
Yeah. Well, we got to get to the Arcade1UP pinball machine here very, very soon. Jackpot. That's what I love when you're playing pinball, having a good run. You hear jackpot.
Yeah, so you're going to want to search for Zaccaria Pinball. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it.
Yeah, it's just the Zaccaria Pinball app, guys. And of course, you know, when it comes to, if you guys saw my video, I really zoomed in on the table assets and how everything looks. I mean, everything is outputting at 1080p. The tables, the light effects, everything looks really, really good. Obviously, if you had your PC plugged in and you're playing the PC version of these games, they're going to look a bit better on the PC. PCs are PCs, guys. All these tables, FX3, obviously, FX3 on the PC and console looks better than what Arcade1UP has put in their machines. Same story here with AtGames and the Zaccaria games and the Farside Studios games. But these games, in my opinion, actually look better than the included games that come with the cabinet, as well as whatchamacallit. They just look better and they play better, and it just seems to be a better experience. And like I said in my review, sometimes I forget I'm not playing on a PC, because the experience is really, really satisfying. Michael B, what are you just watching him get to 51 million now? Holy cow.
Honestly, his skill is mesmerizing. He does things a little bit different than me. He doesn't put both the flippers up at the same time. It's almost like he knows what he's doing.
I loved in your video, Michael B, in your live stream, you always do both flippers at the same time, and you're considered like a noob pinball player if you do.
Oh yeah, I openly say that myself. I'm relatively new to the pinball experience. I'm learning, I'm having fun, and I don't claim to be something I'm not.
Yeah. So what are our final thoughts, everybody in the live chat? Because we want to get to the highlight of the show, the attack from Mars, because that is the hot news item of the week. What are your final thoughts in the live chat, guys? Did you buy the packs? Are you gonna buy the packs? Do you think that these packs were worth the investment? Michael B, what are your final thoughts on this? And then we'll head over to Attack from Mars.
Yeah, I definitely think the pinball packs are worth the investment. I hadn't known a lot about Zakaria until it was brought up, because the well-played tables were going to have Zakaria. And I heard people say in the community that, oh, well, these are really older tables. And I kind of went into it with lowered expectations. But then once you start playing them, you realize just how good the physics are, how good these games actually look. And some of the things I got past was, I'm the kind of person that I really want to focus on trying to play original tables. But the more and more I play virtual pinball, the more I'm enjoying the quality of life improvements, I'll call it. And seeing some of these newer tables are really cool. So yeah, big fan so far of the Zaccaria pinball tables. And if you could have got this through National Owners Day, what a deal, but it's still a steal at the regular price.
Guys, pretty exciting stuff. Detroit Love, if you can hear us, you can kind of start making your way back to your desk if you desire, because we're going to put Michael B on the spot. He's going to show us some live gameplay of the Attack from Mars pinball machine, and we're going to talk about it in just a quick second. But guys, one more final thought before we put a pin in this, and this is a final thought, and I mentioned this in my review video. This pinball machine comes with 22 games, and then on top of that, you can now buy 105 games. And you're running them off a USB stick off the local hardware. So these are considered native games. So 105 plus 22, that gets you to 127 games. And then, of course, the deluxe games are coming out. So that's 10 more games, right? So now you're at what? 137 games that you could potentially run locally.
And just so you know, your math is incredible. Like you do stellar.
Stop. And then, and on top of that, guys, the Taito originals, these games that we're waiting for, like Space Invaders and stuff that AtGames is currently developing, there's going to be 12 of those. So you're talking 149 games we'll be able to play locally off the hardware without needing to plug in a PC, without needing to hook up a PC. And I got to tell you something, guys, that to me just sounds like a great value. That's a lot of pinball on a single pinball machine. Don't you guys think?
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. All right, we got to get Detroit Love back at his desk. Michael B. There we go. Let's get these cameras off of here. Let's remove this one.
We're the kind of show we like to think on our feet, and we're flexible, mobile. So instead of me playing, we're going to do a live unboxing and build of the Attack from Mars table from Restalgia.
There you go, Restalgia. Are you going to build it?
No.
If you build it, they will come.
It's in the garage. Right. I will build it. I've got some stuff that I was going to do this weekend. I have a really interesting mod that I want to do for the Star Wars pinball machine that is completely free, and our good friends over at Buy Stuff Store kind of pointed me in the right direction. So completely free. You can do it, 10-minute mod, and it will take the haptic experience on any of the Arcade1UP pinball machines completely to the next level. It'll actually make it feel proper. It'll be the right way. So stay tuned for that. That'll come out next week.
All right,
your good friends at Buy Stuff Store are trying to scoop me this week with your Attack from Mars shenanigans.
Hey man, it's not my fault that I live within a close enough proximity that I can get like a special catered home delivery.
Yeah. Hey, we got this pinball machine. It's gonna fall off a truck on your doorstep. Shag that MichaelB.
So Restalgia.
Yes, sir.
You're going to unbox and put out videos on that stuff, correct? Michael B, don't go anywhere yet. You don't want to miss this.
Uh-oh.
Restalgia, is that correct? You're going to unbox and make some videos on your Arcade1UP pinballs? We're finally going to see it?
Yeah, on all three of them, yeah.
For real?
Yes, PDubs, for real.
For real with Restalgia.
Burf!
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks to Kamla, our latest For Real with Restalgia, barf from Spaceballs. Steven, you got a face that we could put on any character, my friend.
And I hope you keep doing this, man, because this is gold to me. I love it.
Take your screenshots now, guys. For Real with Restalgia. Again, we're just stalling for time because, as you can see in the top right, Michael B's getting the pinball set up, guys. I'm very excited about it. Look at everyone loves it.
And I want to go on the record for saying it's called Zakaria. That's
Zakaria. Is it Zakaria? I always thought it was Zakaria. Oh,
Zakaria.
Man. Oh well.
Zakaria.
All right. Glad you guys always appreciate our for reals with Restalgia. Okay, guys, it's time to talk. Attack from Mars.
Mars.
Did you guys watch Michael B's review? Put it in the live chat if you saw his review.
Hey, Mike, can you hear us?
Yes.
Turn the lights off in your room. You'll get better contrast on your monitor.
Your LED lights.
Man, I went and got studio lights and everything set up here. You're killing me, Restalgia. You're killing me.
All right, guys, we're getting set up here. Hang on.
What do you guys think of that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade1UP power stool there?
Guys, take a look at that stool. You know what's funny is you guys want to hear a funny story? So many months ago, I got my Ninja Turtle stool and I did a review on it. And I was like, wait a minute, why am I doing a review on a stool? Like I published it. And then I realized that I think I just wasted my own existence and it's a stool, guys. Go buy it. But my main point I wanted to make was I thought they were overpriced at $80. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted just to get it out there. Like the community does not want to pay $80 for a stool. You know what I mean? That's ridiculous.
But you got to catch them on sale. That's what you got to do. That's why I got a golden tee for like $50.
Yeah.
There's There's actually a huge community of stool collectors here in Canada, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, hey
we're
guys.
stool crazy.
Guys, do me a favor, guys. Kongs R Us is here. And if you guys did not watch Mr. and Mrs. Kongs R Us latest review, where they reviewed the Star Wars pinball machine, you guys definitely want to check it out. Mrs. Kong's in that Leia costume. I watched it 4 times. I'm not gonna lie, I watched it 4 times. It was pretty good. It was, because the review was so good, I had to watch it 4 times. I didn't want to.
And I always watch it without the sound for some reason.
You always watch it without
I
sound.
have my own music.
Oh God, she's gonna hate you. No, guys, we love Mrs. Cogs R Us. Michael B, are you ready yet?
He's got to kill that whatever the purple glow LED light.
The LED
Oh
light.
my god!
That's the one. That's the killer.
Yeah, that's
All right, Michael B.
Guys.
I think what you need to do is you need to kill the ceiling light, and you also need to put the camera at like a 45-degree angle at the monitor. That way, we can get a closer view of it. Because right now you're so far back. Let's see. Can you guys see that? Okay, is that good enough? Let us know in the live.
There
chat.
we go, Mike.
Yeah.
Now you're using your noggin.
All right, guys, in the
You
live
are
chat.
killing my ambience here.
Is that good enough, guys, in the live chat?
Yeah.
Look at that beautiful washed out monitor.
Oh, stop it. Don't be mean.
Restalgia's
Now-
the worst. He's a known hater.
Now, I'll tell you what, guys. Michael B's review was so good and so positive, it actually made me like my Marvel pinball machine a little bit more. It does appear to me that this was the machine to buy out of all 3. What do you guys think, Carl? Is this the one? Is this the top dog out of all 3?
If I was to buy one, this would be the one, even though I canceled my order for it.
Look at that.
I had to cancel my order because I was going to mod it. I didn't want to mod it.
Yeah. Restalgia, come on, man. You got to admit, this machine is gorgeous, despite the fact that the monitor... Is it the camera? Is it the live stream? Or is that just how it looks? What do you think, buddy?
I think Arcade1UP does an incredible job with the way the machines look for sure. The monitors, some people from what I've seen have said that this looks a little better than the other 2. My gut says it's probably the exact same monitor that's in any of the other devices and probably set to the default settings. So it's probably going to be washed out. That being said, I mean, I notice those things very easily. I spend a lot of time on lots of different devices and screens, and I do a ton of emulation stuff. So when something's washed out, I can typically tell right away. But if you don't know any better, you'll be happy.
If you don't know any better, you're a known hater.
Oh,
Well, and like Kongs R Us was saying in the comments here, it looks really nice. I mean, the build of it, I mean, it's a nice size, even though it has a 24-inch screen in it, it's still a big cabinet, so it looks really nice. And, with artwork, with the design, I'm really impressed with that side of it.
hey, Michael B, you're getting a lot of heat in the live chat. People want you to hit one flipper at a time like a real pinball player, please.
I'm doing my best.
In his defense, this is one of the toughest games because that ball really moves.
Oh yeah, it's a fast game and it drains easy, man.
And see, that's the thing people have to realize when they're deciding which one they want to get. When you start talking about real pinball, real pinball means you're gonna drain the ball. You're going to drain the ball a lot on the real pinball. Now, I was just playing that remake table over there on the Zaccaria table. You're going to play a lot longer on those more modern games because they're not designed to take quarters.
I love our live chat. How come Carl was so much better? It's like night and day.
But again,
Hey, Mike, you had a multi-ball and you done goofed.
I know.
but again, reason why I'm able to play longer because that's a remake table. And the remake tables, like those Marvel and the Star Wars, those games are designed to keep that ball into play a lot longer than the traditional old school pinball games.
Soggy Kid asked a question. Will Arcade1UP ever have an online table shop? In my opinion, no way. Never. That's not their business model. And they should just, come out and say, we're never going to do that. Can we play, can you do Medieval Madness? Because that is one of my favorite games of all time.
Well, I'm already into fishtails.
Yeah,
I
let's
don't
do
know.
fishtails first, then do. I love fishtails.
Yeah, I like
Really?
I really
Fishtails
do
is
like
hard to
fishtails.
hack, too. You drain a lot on this game as well, but it's a cool game. It's graphically and gameplay is pretty nice. Hey, Mike, have you ever got to rock the boat?
I don't think so.
To be fair, Michael B is doing great. He's playing with his feet, right? Oh, I love the madness. Okay, so let's talk about some of the things that are really cool about this machine. For one, it's absolutely gorgeous, right, guys? Make sure you check out Michael B's video. For two, it is running at 60 frames per second. And of course, with the Williams ball physics, it's probably a more real virtual pinball experience or real to life virtual pinball experience than what you're going to see on the Star Wars and Marvel pinball machines, because those games have the Zen physics, which is very forgiving, very video game type pinball. Like you can get one ball to last for like 10 minutes on those. Here, you really got to know what you're doing to keep that ball going for like a 10-minute run. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So the physics are good. The ball looks great. The cabinet's gorgeous. But Michael B, what else is good about it? Why should people buy it? You're the one that loves this more than anyone else.
The ball's bigger.
The ball is bigger. It's
Mike's
bigger.
all about them big balls.
My wife likes them big.
8-bit Ryan says 60 frames is about 75 frames per second too fast for Michael B.
I'm also playing.
As he drains the ball.
I'm also playing sideways here. I'm like not straight on because I don't know how to explain it. Like this arm is stretched, and
Hey, Mike.
I'm actually in front of my Marvel table.
Mike, what do I always say? What do I always say?
Get good.
Hey, hey, Michael B, the live chat has changed their mind. They want you to go back to using double flippers to help your scores because you're just sucking it up right now.
I'm trying my best. You're brutal.
Oh man. So there's a lot of positives. I mean, but also there's opportunities for improvement, right?
Well, there's opportunities for improvements with everything.
Yeah.
I would say that Arcade1UP, in terms of the way that the tables look, it's fantastic. There's no better looking table on the market, and they typically, they come out and they just knock things out of the park when they're trying to go for a certain look, and that's what they did here. Even the games themselves, like they play fantastic. Setting to slow the ball down for him, yeah.
Michael B, is there a ball setting to slow down the speed of the ball so you can play better?
Jeff Rainwater, me and you are going to become mortal enemies.
Also, just so you know, because of conversion rates, 60 frames per second US is 78 frames per second Canadian.
Hey, Aeolon, Rex is talking smack about us in the chat here. He's saying he's not sure why we're giving Mike a hard time. All our scores sucked on the Attack from Mars tourney.
Rex,
just to be clear, I did not participate, and if I did, I'd be top of the line.
I got over 1 billion points. I'm satisfied with my performance.
I got nearly 3 billion.
No, this is great.
I had 2.5.
You guys know we always tease whoever is playing. Now, Medieval Madness, this is probably I would have to say, one of the headliners on this cabinet. I mean, this is one of the best games of all time. Michael B, how does it play on this machine? Tell us your honest opinion.
Excellent. I'm having a really good time. Plays just as well as any other experience I've had with it yet. I'm going to be honest, though, I've never played the original table, so I can't make that comparison. But compared to my experience on PC and on the Switch, plays just as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, Scott says the screen and size of the machine are perfect for him. Guys, let me know in the live chat, guys. Did Arcade1UP make a mistake with a 24-inch screen? Should they have gone 27 or 32 inches? Or would that just simply have not been their model? Their model is 3/4 scale. What do you think about that, Detroit Love? Did they?
Well, I've been playing, my Toy Shock Modified, which has a 24-inch screen for over a year now. And I've been enjoying the heck out of it. So it's not to say that you won't enjoy it with 24 inches. Obviously, if you talk about your TV, you can go and watch Vikings on a 24-inch TV or a 50-inch or a 70-inch TV. Obviously the bigger it's going to look nicer, but you still can get the experience with the smaller one. Once you're playing, and that's the reality of it. Just like you were playing on your iPad and your phone and all these other gadgets. Once you're focused in on that screen, and keep trying to get that ball in, which Mike is having a little trouble doing, you lose sight of everything else. So you're into the game. So, you're going to enjoy the game just as much on the 24-inch as you are on the 32-inch. But obviously, the bigger one is going to look nicer.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you,
like you said earlier, if you don't know any better, then you don't know, right? So if you buy this and play this, you're going to enjoy it, you're going to love it. But once you see a 32-inch, it's like, oh, I wish it was that size. And it's almost as big. The cabinet is almost as big as the AtGames cabinet to a degree. I think it's just not as long.
Right.
It's like you could have put a 32-inch in there. I think Cool Toy did put a 32-inch. It just wasn't sunken.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Just like Detroit Love, I have had my Toy Shock for a while with that 24-inch monitor. This Arcade1UP has a 24-inch monitor. I've played pinball on tablets and stuff. And honestly, in my opinion, yeah, having a bigger screen is cool, but it's not like the whole basis of this product is good or bad just based upon screen size. The 24 inches is good, but what I think matters more is how do the games play and how do they look on that? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, these monitors are obviously very washed out. I can tell you one thing, guys, and I can be absolutely honest, guys. I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything like that, but I've owned all four. I've had Well Played. I have had Toy Shock. I have had I have the AtGames Legends Pinball, and I have the Arcade1UP Marvel. And just being honest, guys, the screen on the Marvel Pinball Machine does not look nearly as good as any of the other machines. And that includes that Well Played Pinball Machine that I just sold. The coloring and stuff is just a little bit too bright. I wish they would do a firmware update where we can kind of like, get some of that brightness turned down a little bit.
I don't think you can fix that with firmware, man.
I don't know, man.
Stock setting on the TV.
You think that we're stuck with it like this?
Yeah, I don't think firmware's fixing that. That's going to be something that they would have had to do in the factory, changing the default settings of those monitors.
Right. Now, what if you do something like how the Zaccaria tables have, like the morning, afternoon, night? Is that something that if they could do something like that?
That changes like the ambience. But I mean, what they could do, I know Zen has the ability to like tweak the gamma settings on the PC version, so maybe they could do something to help. But like, really, what they should have done is better optimize the hardware,
right?
And that's going to be the best solution without having to mess around with the software so much.
Now, although their monitor is probably the worst out of everyone else, and guys, if you line them all up in a row like I did for my video coming out, you'll see it. I mean, hands down. Every other screen is vibrant and colorful, and these are just a little bit too washed out for me. However, when it comes to the quality of games and the gameplay experience, Arcade1UP definitely has a leg up when it comes to the Toy Shock and the Well Played Pinball Machine. When it comes to performance and enjoyability, I mean, if you don't know anything about virtual pinball and you have this thing in your house, or if someone's never played it before, comes over for a party, they're gonna love it. I mean, absolutely love it. They're gonna have a blast with this machine. 100%. Just like Michael B. Michael B loves his Arcade1UP pinball machines. Ain't that right, buddy?
That's right. That's why I bought my third one today.
You bought the third one? You bought Star Wars?
I did, yeah.
Oh, you're nuts, man.
Now, Steve Drumheller asked a question, says, what about swapping out the monitor for another 24-inch, but with a better...
Not the monitor. It's not the monitor.
Right. Well, and even the case, the monitor has a special adapter and things like that, so it's not that easy.
Well, what I think what he's saying is, could you swap it out with a different monitor that has better preset settings, so like different contrast ratio, things like that, to improve the washed out look? Yes, you could do that. It wouldn't improve the graphics within the game or the assets that you're looking at, but it would potentially improve like the contrast ratio, the washed out.
Right, but the point I wanted to make is that this is not hooked up by HDMI where you can just buy a TV or another screen and put it in. It's not that easy. It's proprietary, non non-store bought type monitor, right? So you would have to find a proper adapter or find a similar screen.
Yeah,
Can you do Arabian Night? Is Arabian Nights on there?
Yes, it is.
All right, let's fire that one up next. Got an excellent point here by Ritual Dello. A lot of casual gamers like his mom aren't going to even notice. They're not going to notice the jaggy graphics or the screen coloring. They're gonna think it's amazing.
No, they will, because what'll happen is they'll start playing and they'll be like, "I'm having a really good time," and Restalgia's just come out of nowhere around the corner and be like, "Washed out."
Jeff Rainwater's teasing you again. He says the things at the bottom of the screen are the flippers. You're supposed to use those to stop the ball from going down the bottom.
Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong.
All right. Yeah, Dylan says pinball shouldn't have pixels. That is true. That is true.
Was that Tom and Jerry I saw on there as well? Michael B?
Nope, no Tom and Jerry.
Yeah. Now, I got to tell you guys, is it just me? Although the screen doesn't look perfect, does it at least look better than the Marvel and the Star Wars? I think it does. I think it really does. Well, what do you guys think? Or does it look the same?
I really think that it's probably an illusion. I maybe the games are slightly more colorful. I don't know, but I can't imagine that they're using a different model monitor.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I could think of is the stock settings, like the gamma output on the games themselves in the programming when they were doing the software is maybe set differently. See if it looks different. But once I get mine out of the box, I'll do a proper comparison and I'll let you know. But
now, is it because the other game is zooming in and doing all that motion and all that comic book type of video type play? Is that where the washout comes out more because it's zooming into the detail? Where this stays like at the standard view.
No, the washout it's part of the monitor itself. It's not related to anything that's actually being processed by the chipset. So that'll be like if it's washed out in one scene, it'll be washed out across the board. It's just it's the settings built into the TV itself.
Okay. Yeah. See, I hadn't seen any of these three in person, so.
Oh, I love Meatball. This is not the same display you have on the other table. Mind trick off, doing a Jedi mind trick on us.
Yeah, you can also see there's somebody else in the chat. Rascal is talking about like the back box, like the little DMD monitor. You can also tell that that's a little washed out too, Mike. If you pan your camera up, you'll be able to see the difference between the area on the DMD monitor that's not being displayed versus what is being displayed, and you can see the difference in the black. I don't know if you can, maybe if you get a little closer, but there is a little bit of a difference that you can see. And it's a little washed out. On the DMD, it's certainly not nearly as noticeable as on the playfield. I think what I would have preferred with the DMD is just fill the space. Like I'm less concerned about the DMD being washed out. I just wish it was the entire real estate of that monitor.
So I wanted to ask this question. Arcade1UP has never once on any of their machines ever really take the branding off the screen until they release their pinball table. There's no branding on these TVs. So I know you guys are saying they're washed out and you don't like the look of them. Did they go with a lower tiered TV and they don't want us to know? Is it like Magnetbox and Sorny?
I don't think so.
I don't think any of their I don't think they necessarily went with like a low quality one. Like I said, I think it's down to optimization. I think maybe it was an oversight, maybe it was too complicated. I don't know, but they could. Cool Toy showed this in his video when he modded it and threw a PC in there. He got a video controller board or whatever it was called. It was a video controller board. He connected the LVDS connector into it with an HDMI in so he could get the signal from his PC to display on that monitor. And it came with a little kind of like a settings option where you can go in and change the settings of the actual monitor, adjust the contrast, the brightness, the backlight, all those sort of things could be changed. And by making the proper adjustments, he was able to improve the overall look of the monitor. I really, really think that it's just an oversight or a lack of effort in terms of actually optimizing the hardware.
Right, and also he was playing 1080p versus 780 or Or
Yeah, this 720. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, when you're pushing out of your computer, obviously you're going to get better graphics. But in terms of like the contrast ratio, it's still, if he didn't tweak any of those settings, it would look just as washed out.
Sorry, guys. I am just focusing on the live chat here and also muting Michael's microphone. That way folks can hear the commentary as well as the game at the appropriate moments. Here's what I got to say, though. Like that Marvel Pinball Machine, guys, the other night I had a 90 million point run playing the Fantastic Four game. So literally I'm sitting there for like 20, 25 minutes banging away playing Fantastic Four. And during that entire session, the only thing I was thinking about was pinball, baby. I wasn't thinking about the screen, the jaggy graphics. I wasn't even hardly looking at the DMD because I had so much going on the main play field. And is that what it's all about? Is it all about the experience? Or do we need them to do better on the next wave of pinball machines? What do you think, Detroit Love?
Well, naturally, they're going to get better with the V2 and beyond. I mean, clearly, just like the Generation 1, Generation 2, Generation 3 of the Arcade1UP cabinets, they're only going to get better. The prices of these things are going to go down because, again, remember, these were premium products that people were hand creating, just a year ago, right? And no one had access to these things if they weren't building them themselves. And so now as the manufacturers get into play, the price of these parts is going to come down. As they buy them in volumes, the price is going to come down. So we're going to start seeing a whole lot of neat things that people didn't even know existed with VPN because they just weren't in that world. So it's going to get better with V2 without a doubt. The screens are going to get bigger. They're going to get rid of that static screen on the back, and they're going to put a monitor up there so you get the back glass like they should. So what Cool Toy and what Kongs R Us have modified to a degree, not necessarily the PC portion of it. I think the V2 on all of these cabinets are going to have that, where they have the dedicated DMD, they have the dedicated back glass, and they have a nicer and bigger play field that's coming on all of these tables.
Yeah, and I think Scott made a good point in the chat, and we are not the target market for these products. The people who really understand the tech and are very hardcore gamers, and they care about the contrast ratio and the aspect ratio and the resolutions and all those sort of things are not their core market. They don't care. I don't want to say they don't care what we think, but the reality of the situation is we're not their core market. They're going to sell 10 times more unit outside of this core market or outside of this group of individuals than they will to this group of individuals. So I think for the reality is the average consumer who is, a lady who's walking through Walmart and sees the Star Wars cabinet and buys this for her husband, or a guy walking in Walmart and sees the Marvel cabinet and buys it for his kids. Whoever ends up getting this, the average Joe, the average Jane, is going to enjoy this out of the box. There's no question about that.
Absolutely. But the other side of the coin is the same way people, they didn't realize that people wanted the back glass. The backlit marquees, right? When Arcade for the Generation 1 came out. Some of us went all the way out. Like mine has real coin doors on it. They realized cost. They have to weigh in the cost. We want to give them these things. They're asking for these things, but there's a cost factor to it, right? So while they're not giving us real coin doors, they realize that people like that look of it. And so now we have these faux coin doors. So the same thing is going to happen with the pinball. They're going to start to give out more features that they don't even realize, just like they didn't realize it was that important. They're going to realize these things, and they're going to be small adjustments. And we're never going to get to the $4,000 or $5,000 VPN, custom built one, but we're going to have a heck of a lot better product than we have today, no doubt, in the next 1 to 2 years. That goes without saying.
Michael B, can you do us a favor? I know you're playing another game, but we've had a lot of later rivals join the stream, and they would love for you to go back and show Attack from Mars, since that is the headliner. If you wouldn't mind hopping in there as soon as you can. And also, we got a $5 super chat from Mike Caputo. He's got a question for you, Restalgia. Zach Pack for the Zaccaria games on the Legends. Did you say you can link them to your Arcade account? Means you can play offline and not signed in?
Yeah, you don't. So there's misconception. So there's two options when you buy those game packs. You can either link to ArcadeNet, or you can link it to your ArcadeNet account, or you can link it directly to your device, which is going to essentially tie that game pack to your serial number and that's it. It's tied to your serial number. Either method that you go with, you play the games locally. You play that. You don't have to be signed in. You don't have to have an internet connection. They're downloaded onto your USB drive, and they'll play locally without any strings attached. The benefit of tying it to your ArcadeNet account is in the event. Let's say you bought it for the Legends Pinball Machine, and you tie it to your ArcadeNet account, and something happens to your device, or you buy a second pinball machine for whatever reason and you want to reskin it. Because it's tied to your ArcadeNet account, you can then go onto that other device, log into your ArcadeNet account, and the game pack will become available for you in the App Store X, and you can re-download it a second time to that second device. Essentially, it allows you to re-download those games on any device that's linked to your ArcadeNet account, with the caveat that if you're buying the Legends Pinball version of it because it's more optimized, it's only going to work on Legends Pinball devices, or you can buy it on the other Legends family, and it'll work across any of the other devices. So if you buy it for ALU, you can share that on the ALU, the Gamer Pro, the Gamer Mini, the Legends Core, or you have to buy a separate game pack for Legends Pinball. But yeah, 100%, you're going to want to. My recommendation: if you've got an ArcadeNet account, link it to ArcadeNet account. You're not bound to buy anything in that sense.
So Restalgia, just so I'm clear. So if I bought the Legends Pinball, and I bought the 105 tables, linked it to the table or to the cabinet, and then I sell that cabinet to someone else, I've sold those games with it because
you're linking it to the serial number itself. So then that user will then essentially grandfather that in. Now, there are obviously going to be, depending on different situations, your device breaks, you're replacing it. It's not set anywhere. You could probably reach out to AtGames. They're going to work with you to try to figure out a way to migrate your stuff over. But the reality is it's just so much easier. Just link it to your ArcadeNet account, and that way you don't have to worry about those headaches in the future. You sell your machine and it goes off to somebody else, who cares? Log into your ArcadeNet account. Those game packs will be active and available for you to download them, and then log out of your ArcadeNet account if you don't want to stay logged in. Just use it the same way that you would with like the Google Play Store. You buy something on Google Play, you got to pay for it with a Google account or some sort of an email account, and then if you want, you can, disconnect your email, and you'll still be able to play those games because they're running on your device itself.
All right, guys. So, MichaelB, I'm going to unmute your microphone so you can crank the game up if you want. And why don't you tell people about this Attack from Mars table, what makes it so difficult, why it's one of the most popular tables of all time. Take it away, man. The show is yours. People are tuning in right now to see the Attack from Mars. Go ahead, my friend.
It's hard.
It's hard. That's all he's got to say. How do you get that? How do you get that saucer, buddy?
Well, I don't fully know. I've never gone into the rules, but basically you have to hit the defense 3 times to open it up, and then the first time you have to hit it 3 more times before it'll actually let you into the saucer to destroy it, and then you get your 200,000 points.
But they have it rigged because if you hit it dead on, you're going to drain almost.
Yeah, you're going to drain, and that's why it sucks that this table doesn't have a nudge button, because you got to rely on the accelerometer to nudge it, which is a little bit tough.
Yeah, the accelerometer on this thing is pretty sad. You got to really shake the machine to get it to register.
Well, what I've been told by a couple people that have tuned into my review, they're having a lot more luck. Instead of nudging the table, like shaking it, they just hit it, and it seems to respond better that way. I'm not a nudge player. Anybody who's watched me, I'm not much of a player at all, but I'm definitely not a nudge player. And but I'm gonna just see here now. Watch. Let's see if I can hit it.
Is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen?
Mike, you know how you can tell? When you get the ball down to a flipper, just hold it on one of the flippers.
Yeah, there it is. You can hit it, and it works if you hit it as opposed to trying to shake it.
And your hand's going to be sore by the end of the day.
It's not really ideal. You should be able to just shake the machine and nudge triggers.
I like that AtGames has the ability to the accelerometer and the nudge button, so you have a choice of how you want to do it.
I wonder if on the next generation of pinball machines they make, if they include optional nudge buttons for those who don't want to shake machine. Do you think they'll do that?
I said that in my review today. I think that's a good call, just as a failsafe in case the accelerometer ever breaks.
Yeah, or you've got a kid.
Yeah, it's really tough. Like, kids are going to have a hard time nudging.
Yeah, I think having both is key. I definitely, because I've been using nudge buttons for the last year, so I really like the AtGames where I'm able to move the machine and have it work. You know what I mean? So
okay,
I'm enjoying that.
Round one.
You need a pip hand to play the Arcade1UP. Oh my goodness. I gotta tell you guys, Attack from Mars is probably one of the most amazing yet also frustrating games you'll ever play. You'll have a game where you'll score over 1 billion points, and then the next game you might get like 100 million and be so angry, right?
Right. And the thing is, your average gamer has a tournament. Go ahead, Mike.
Stop hating, Restalgia. What were you saying, Detroit Love?
No hater.
I was saying your average gamer had a tournament on the FX3 playing this, and it was just so difficult. Now, there's times when I drained the ball like instantly twice, and you want to give up, but with that last ball, I got like 2 trillion on it. You know what I mean? So it's just weird. Or you can get like 1 trillion on one ball, and then the last 2 just drains.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's like, oh, I'm gonna get 3 trillion this time because I got 1 trillion with one ball, and then the next 2 go straight in.
Okay.
So it's a very, very frustrating game.
All right.
But it's a lot of fun at the same time.
All right. I will admit, guys, the nudge or the accelerometers they have on here, there's definitely it looks to be a little bit of a delay on those. What were you saying, Restalgia?
Little bit of a delay. It's like a half-second delay. Bad. The delay is bad on the nudge. The nudge in general was poorly optimized. They did a bad job on it. Like, let's just call a spade a spade.
Oh, I love it. This game uses the greed element effectively. So true. So true. Michael B, what is your favorite, like your top 3 games you want to play on this machine?
Attack from Mars, Medieval Madness, and I'm not really sure about number 3 yet. Like, mainly this is the 2 I play right now.
Now, is there a game that you hadn't played yet?
Yeah, there was a couple of games when I went to this table that I wasn't familiar with from FX. Like, Red and Ted's Roadshow is one that I never ever really played before getting this table. And Whitewater and Hurricane are relatively new to me too. Whitewater on this table, a lot of people have given me some feedback that have the table here in Canada that say that Whitewater seems like there is some lagginess with the flippers. And I do find with Whitewater that I'm having some trouble catching the ball, like even off the initial launch. And so there might be something to that. I don't know. I'm going to have to put some more time and effort into playing and testing it out for myself.
And that's the problem with not having a connected cabinet.
Yeah.
Because like Restalgia was saying earlier, it's hours and hours that goes into testing these tables and every table and every aspect. And undoubtedly there's going to be something missed. And not having the ability to fix that is
Hey, Rascal, he gave us a super chat asking about for back to the AtGames on the arcade net. Can someone do a video linking the Zac Pack, then logging out and showing that it still works? Yeah, we could probably have someone make that. We all have those machines. We'll give it a shot for you. So let's see here. And let's get back to Michael B. Guys, let me know. Hold on. Guys, let me know in the live chat, out of the 10 games, is there another game you'd like to see Michael B demonstrate for you? I think we have time to show off a couple of more games before we call it a night. We definitely want to make sure you guys get your money's worth. So put it in the live chat, what you want to see.
Daryl Lanson says he thought that all the tables were new to Michael B. Michael B's been playing a lot of the games on Zen on the Steam on the PC. Is that where you're playing, Michael B?
Yeah, I just started playing on the Zen on PC about 2 weekends ago, And mainly I've been playing on my Nintendo Switch. I had some of the tables downloaded. Like I downloaded 3 to 4 of the Williams packs, and I also downloaded the Universal table.
8-Bit Brian hazing you again. We may have different definitions of what demonstrate is.
He's not brown.
Yep. All right, so I'm seeing Whitewater has got the most votes in the chat, Michael B. Let's hop over to Whitewater and let's show that game off to everybody.
One thing that I will say is really good about this machine is the navigation. It feels very intuitive. It's very easy. There's no confusion. When you need to do something, even if you've never used the machine before, it's very easy to figure it out. If you want to change the settings or exit a game or, check high scores or learn the table rules, it's all very, very straightforward.
Yeah, I agree that with the AtGames, it's between the Zaccaria tables and the Gottlieb tables, it's like you use different buttons for different functions, so that's kind of weird. And I like the aspect of, I'm used to when you rotate between tables, seeing the whole table versus just a little icon. So I think they have some room. AtGames has some room for improving their interface for sure.
Rascal, everything's going to be fine there. 100%. There is a lag on this game's flippers. Oh, we're sorry to hear that. The only real firmware issue I identified on my Marvel cabinet, guys, is whenever I play a 4-player game and I save 4 high scores to the leaderboard, when I turn the machine on and off, the scores disappear. But when I play like a 1, 2, or 3-player game, my scores are saving on my Marvel pinball machine. I don't know. Have any of you in the live chat experienced that on any of your Arcade1UP pinballs? Let me know.
That, sir, is a bug.
Yeah. Here we go. Whitewater. Michael B., tell us why this game is so cool.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Hey, Michael B., real quick, did the Attack on Mars have the animation with the general and with the missile launching?
I just turned that on because a lot of people gave me hard time in my review that I didn't show that those animations were there. Because, like, for one, I would never, ever want them on. I would just never turn them on. So I just assumed everybody was like me. But apparently there are people out there that want to see if the animations are in the game. So I just threw them on this one to show.
Well, I think they did a good job, at least with those tables where it's so minimal. It's not as extreme as the Spider-Man Marvel and those type of things. It's very subtle. Just the right amount of touch of animation, I believe.
Guys, how about you give the video a thumbs up and also a shout out in the live chat for Michael B. Guys, do you know how stressful it is to stand in front of a pinball machine and with the world watching you? It's very stressful. I've been in this position before. Well done, Michael B. We appreciate your efforts. You really sucked that last round up, but we still love you.
I don't care. I'm just here to aim to please.
All right. So maybe we should show off one more table.
Sure.
All right. Let's go look at the 10. We have Roadshow. We have Hurricane. What else? We got Attack from Mars. Fishtails. The Getaway. What else we got? Oh, there's a little bit.
What is that?
Junkyard.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Junkyard nor that
I'm not either.
Ned and Ted or Ted and Red.
Well,
the getaway should be fun.
Let's
I
do.
played Getaway for a second.
Do people want to see Fishtails or do they want to see Arabian Nights? Which one? Which one sounds better, Mike?
We already saw both of those.
Which game can you get good at?
None.
Go back, Mike. What's that one there? That's the one I thought.
Oh,
was
go first.
commentary.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. All right, guys. Final demonstration.
I do.
Go ahead.
I do like Arabian Nights. I think that's probably number 3 for me on this table.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for you to get good because it's going to be quite a show.
We'll be here for a long time.
Yeah. LJ, I saw your comment in the live chat. LJ, what we're trying to say is if this is your very, very first virtual pinball experience out of the box, you're going to love it. Like pretty much, I think 90% of Arcade1UP fans are going to love these machines. I think folks who play a lot of virtual pinball, who have higher expectations than what the machine can deliver, are going to be disappointed. They're going to be nitpicky about the graphics, about the resolution, about the brightness of the screen, all that kind of stuff. So that's more for just the more experienced guys, because it was really hard for me personally to turn the Marvel pinball machine on, and instead of looking at it for what it is, looking at it for what I wanted it to be. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So we're not trying to be rude or condescending. We're giving you guys honest feedback. And obviously that's the way it is. So please don't take it the wrong way. We're not trying to insult the community or anything like that.
No, I don't think anyone's taking it that way. And to be fair, I think everyone knows that, like, the reality is these machines are nice machines. There's no question in my mind that they're good machines, and people who buy them will be happy. And you're right, 90% of people will. And the hardcore people that won't like them, it's going to be almost impossible for Arcade1UP to have made a single product that appeals to 100% of their market. That being said, I mean, I tend to give these products a little bit of a harder time only because, I do technical reviews. So I look at things very technically, more technical than, say, the average person who's going to buy the machine. So I kind of criticize different things that maybe the average person wouldn't care about. But at the end of the day, these are good. They're good, solid machines.
Yep, they are. And Kev Gret, as he says, for $600, shouldn't we have higher expectations? And you got to realize my modified toy shock is probably $1,200 into it. And I still don't have haptic feedback and celluloids, and you know what I mean. So I can't nudge the machine physically and have the ball move at $1,200. So you got to put all that in perspective. Again, as PDubs said, people are going to be enjoying this, but it takes for us people to be nitpicking it so that version 2 and version 3, they can identify what it is that we want to be able to pick what's affordable out of that to add it to those machines.
Well, and to be fair, like, these things are expensive here in Canada. Like, this is $1,000 machine. So for us, it's a lot of money. When I look at that, I'm like, okay, what else could I buy for $1,000? I could buy a PS5 and a bunch of games. I could buy nearly the entire Zen Studio lineup of games with that, and I'm gonna have a great experience playing that in 4K. Mm-hmm. But what you're getting here is a very large scale product. You're getting a full on machine. You're getting 2 monitors. You get the board. You get the development that went with it. So yeah, no, I don't think people should just give it a pass and like expect quality. I 100% think that people need to hold it to a certain standard. Otherwise, then if nobody complains, then the companies slip and they start giving you less for the same money. I think that it's good. It's healthy to criticize products and to praise them. When a company does well, you should say that, and when they do poorly, you should say that. And that's how it goes.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Real quick. Zohar said earlier, he said, "I can't wait till you guys get over this pinball so we can get back to talking about regular." Is he right or is he wrong that this is a fad and everybody's going to start turning back, or is pinball here to stay?
Oh, I think pinball's going to be here for a while now. I think we're going to see a new boom. I think we're going to see Arcade1UP. I mean, I'm pretty sure, if you think about it, the Zen library is about 100 games, a little over 100 games. I'm pretty sure down the road over the next few years, we'll probably see 10 machines with 10 games each on them. And that way you could pick the machine that has, whether you want to buy all for the library or if you want to have, just a couple that have your favorite Zen games on them. And obviously the AtGames Legends Pinball, just like their Legends Ultimate, that product's going to keep evolving with firmware updates and changes and things coming down the road. And of course, other players are trying to get into the market, such as Well Played, but some will succeed and some will fail. I think Toy Shock definitely started something. Let's not forget that Toy Shock was the first, right? And it's okay. Whenever you're first, everyone's goal is to do you better, right? When they come in second, right? So, you know, Toy Shock is also, they're going to be hanging in there as well. Like, hey, we have the most cost-effective solution out there for you guys. It's more of a toy versus a, you know, anything else. And also it doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but it's also the cheapest price, right? So I think pinball is going to be here to stay. A lot of people will buy these machines, love them, fall in love with them, and then start building their own virtual pinball cabinets, right? Like, this is going to open up the appetite for a lot of people. So yeah, we'll be talking about pinball for a long time, guys. And also, too, just to piggyback off what Restalgia was saying earlier, guys, yes, I know this has been a really long episode, an hour and 45 minutes already, but don't forget, we have said many, many positive things, as well as we've given you our fair assessments and critiques. So let's not forget that, guys. Thanks so much. Michael B., what are you thinking about this?
I think it's hard.
All right.
But I can honestly say that you're going to get better with playing real pinball after playing virtual pinball, period. You'll be able to go into the arcades and have those quarters last longer. And someone mentioned in the cabinet, what about real arcade? I'm sorry, real pinball machines. Those things are still super, super expensive to purchase. One, they're ginormous in size, and they have a lot of upkeep that you don't have to worry about with digital pinballs. I mean, you have to wax those fields, you have to repair lights and bumpers and all kinds of stuff that most of us just don't have the skill set to even do. We're talking about building something, let alone having to have the mechanics work. So the VPN is definitely, digital pinball is here to stay, and is only going to get better and more affordable, or keep at the same price with more features.
Al says, great job, and don't worry, Michael B will get better by the time the new wave of pinball machines comes. Michael B, people are still teasing your pinball skills. My apologies, my friend.
It doesn't sound like it's your apologies. It sounds like you're goading them on.
I'm not goading them on. I'm just reading their chats out loud. That's not goading them on.
Reading them on. Goading them on.
Guys, huge shout out to Michael B. He's been a trooper. He's been standing there for about an hour now. He's been standing there. Well done. Well done.
Look, Restalgia, this is your game. You can be clown time.
You keep talking. Wait till I get on the leaderboards and crush you. Okay, then.
Kev Gretz says you should go to settings and turn on the big flipper mode, just like big head mode in NBA Jam. Maybe if you had some bigger flippers, Michael B.
Yeah, I gotta say, this machine, out of the three that they've released, this is the winner.
Yeah,
without question, this is the winner. For anybody who is like a longer term fan of pinball. For anybody who's new into it, I'm going to say the Marvel is the winner, just for the IPs. And honestly, I think Star Wars comes in third place.
Yeah. Look at that Marvel. There we go.
Beautiful washed out monitor. I love it.
Oh, stop it. All right, Michael B., do you want to head back to your desk? We got to wrap something up here real quick. We appreciate what you've done. I'm sure the community has as well. It's been a super long show. We try to get these things done in like 90 minutes or less. We're running over tonight, guys. Huge shout out to Michael B. Michael B is the man. Guys, give him some kudos. I know you guys were teasing him, but give him some shout outs in the live chat. He did pretty good. There's always
I don't have to take this, you know. I could be on the retro bus.
Oh, yeah. Mike, yep, here it comes. Good job, Michael. Definitely great. It's Friday night. He may be bad at pinball, but he'll school us in Minesweeper. Like, here it comes. Michael B rocks. Michael B's game room looks great. Here comes all the positivity. See, Mike, there's always opportunities for improvement, including your pinball skills, man. There's always opportunities for improvement. So that was a lot of fun. So I got to admit, Mike, you got me really hyped for the Attack from Mars. I actually think I want one now. I was going to stop at Marvel, but I actually think I want that table now because you sold me on it, my friend.
Is anyone in the States, like, have they received shipping notices, or is like Canada where it's at right now?
It's all Canada, right? So-
I'm gonna have to actually like do some YouTube work, make a video on it, and kind of follow up Mike's amazing video. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be impossible. So.
All right. So what do we got coming? What do you got coming out on your channel very soon, Detroit Love? What can people look forward to?
1 second. Go ahead, Michael B.
Yeah, what do you
Yeah,
got
so-
coming out on your channel?
On Carl's channel, I'm going to have a couple of videos.
Well, what's coming out on your channel?
I'll probably live stream tomorrow night. I got a feeling I'm probably going to just live stream some of the Marvel Pinball and give that some love. And I guess next week I'll be doing a review on that one too.
Restalgia, what do you got going on? It's nice seeing you pumping out some content lately. We've seen some really good stuff from your channel in the last week.
Yeah.
I know you've been so busy working, you haven't been able to make a lot of videos, but you've been cranking it the last week.
No, I'm gonna get focused. I think I'd like to make sure that I'm getting at least like 1 or 2 videos at a week. So, and I have so many products that have just been sitting and waiting for me to review. People are sending me stuff, and I've bought a bunch of stuff, and I got to get back on top of it. So I've got for this upcoming week, I've got Star Wars Pinball review. I'm going to do the haptic mod or any of the Arcade1UP machines. That'll probably come out this week as well. And
Oh, a haptic mod. Nice.
yeah, the haptic mod will be good. Anyone who has a machine will want to do this because it's free and it takes minutes and there's no technical skill required. It will just make the haptics that much better on the machine. And then the other one, I guess I'll do Attack from Mars. And then I still got iiRcade, I've got Outrun, I've got a whole bunch of Arcade1UP, but I've also got some handheld stuff coming. I've got some emulation stuff coming. I've got the Mister, the FPGA emulation video coming out. I got a stupid amount of stuff I got to get caught up on.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're very excited about that. Detroit Love, anything cool coming out on your channel?
Nope, it's starting to get warm out here in Detroit, so I'm gonna be outside.
You gonna be outside playing, having a good time?
Yep, I'll be flying my drone and flying over to Canada to see all the pinballs.
Ooh.
Yeah. Did we show this one during the show? Did we show this one?
Oh
Oh my gosh.
I can't remember if we showed this one or not. Did we show that one?
That's weird.
I love it.
I don't like these ones. I actually don't like these ones. They make me uncomfortable.
Restalgia is always watching. Well, guys, make sure you stay tuned to my channel. I got a couple of review videos coming out. I've done so many live streams, so many long shows. I'm trying to get back to doing the shorter videos, the shorter content. Like, not everybody has time to watch an hour-long video. So I got some shorter videos coming out this weekend you guys don't want to miss. We'll have a Marvel Pinball review, as well as a couple interesting mods you guys are really going to enjoy. Also, Michael B needs to plug the merch before we sign off. So Michael B is going to plug the merch. Detroit Love is going to tell you something, and then we're going to get out of here, guys. Go ahead, Michael B.
I do have one question. When are we going to see the Mr. Pac-Man review?
That's going to be this weekend as well.
I love it. All right, guys. Unlike Cool Toy, I can tell you that my favorite of the pinball table so far is the Arcade1UP. Why? It's because that's the only one I currently own. And after that, you guys should head over to Restalgia's Teespring store, where you can get all of your Super Game Room Dudes merchandise. If you want to be an Only Flan, be an Only Flan. If you want a Flantality, pick up the Flantality shirt. Everything available right now on Restalgia's Teespring store. It's fantastic.
Oh my God, it's getting better.
Incredible.
It's getting better and better every week. Okay, Carl, I'm ready for you. Guys, thanks so much.
All right, guys. Well, like Michael B, we all have to get good, get our gear. Until next time, guys, we'll see you on the web.